Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the circuit Paul Ricard in France. Uh, pivotal night tonight in terms of the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. Here at France, we've got it's a 5.8 kilometre lap, quite a long lap. Very long straights, lots of overtaking opportunities though. 15 corners. And possibility of rain, I think. Let's just have a quick look at the current standings. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Driver standings, yeah. So after Hungary, we've got Connor, 58 points in front now at the top from ZX in the Aston Martin. So a big night for both them guys. The battle for second though between ZX, Husky, and Leg Schrader, very close. Just 6 points between them. Leg Schrader will pull out a win tonight. Well, I was about to talk about the constructors' standings. Aston Martin with ZX and Leg Schrader, of course, just 1 point in front of that Red Bull, who are actually only 48 points in front of the Alfa Romeos. So all to play for in the constructors. A huge week where okay, titles cannot be won and lost, but we can go a long way to seeing what the end of the season is going to look like. Of course, we've got a 14 race season, and this is race 10. The advantage for both the Astons tonight is that Connor is joined by Ice One, who isn't actually a full-time Red Bull driver, so there will be only one point-scoring Red Bull in terms of the Constructors' Championship. Oh, you're missing this one. Wow, no ZX tonight, which means there's only going to be one point-scoring Aston as well. That makes things rather interesting. We do have a good overall turnout, I believe 19 out of 20 tonight, so that should be good. What else can I say about France? It's one of my favourite tracks. I know a lot of the drivers have been complaining about it, although they voted it onto the calendar, so they shouldn't be that annoyed that they've got a race here. Lots of runoff. Hopefully won't see many DNS. Not really any walls to smash into tonight. The other thing about France is the pit lane. So you come round a left-hander and you have to go, instead of doing the whole left-hand hairpin halfway round, you go straight and then turn right. The pit lane is actually really short. It's a very quick pit stop. I don't think there'll be that much advantage between a normal pit stop and a safety car pit stop tonight. Obviously there'll be some, but not as much as other tracks like Great Britain, for example, where it's a long stop. You know, you're looking at 40 seconds or more. So yeah, the pit lane here is something to watch out for. There's two long straights at the start of sector 2. Well, it basically is sector 2, split by a chicane. I believe the chicane's called Montreal, and lots of DRS down there, so if you can get a run, there's plenty of opportunity to overtake. it's not an easy track. It's not too bad on the tyres. You probably see your front left more than anything with the degradation, but it's not the worst track for tyre deg. Weather, as I mentioned, probably I can see rain here. It is one of those tracks on the calendar that is regularly wet, either in qualifying or in the race. So we'll have to look out for that as we count down to the start of qualifying. We've got 15 in, usual suspects as you can see. Who are we missing? We're missing a couple. I think. This is the Mercedes. Okay. So we've got Husky and JTK in the Alfa Romeos. Big week for them in terms of constructors. Big week for Husky in general. You can still make that push for the drivers' titles, especially if Connor makes a rare mistake it'd be, but we have seen them. There's Teddy coming in the Haas. We now have 16 out of the I believe 19 drivers we have tonight. Have a nice mix of nationalities too. So the question right now is anyone going to be able to beat Connor tonight? He's been on a great run. He had his first pole last week as well of the season. His race pace has been exceptional as always, but he'd not scored a pole position until last week. So can anybody beat him? And if so, who will it be? Will it be Husky? Will it be Leg Schrader? Will it be JTK? Latifi? Will it be Craig DeResta in the Ferrari? Mr. Game Over? Probably not. But we'll see. So yeah, just waiting on the last 2 or 3 people to come in. You can see a 27 lap race. I think on the short course, I think Nick De Vries holds the course record. It's Vettel on this particular incarnation of the course that has the lap record in real life. As number 17 in. As I'm sure everybody's checking their setups, making sure everything's good to go. It's just that calm before the storm, before we get into qualifying. It is a lovely track though. It's one of my favourites, personally. As I mentioned, a few of the drivers have been complaining about it. However, for me, it's a really nice track to drive. I don't necessarily think because there's so much runoff either, although obviously that will help. I just like the layout. I mean, my favourite circuit actually on the calendar is Hungary, which we had last week, and you can't. That's not like here where there's loads of runoff. So it's not because of that. There's just something about it that I really like. Um, we'll see how these guys go on. Evening ice one. The setup very tricky in France. It's going to be difficult if there's rain forecast, which we don't know yet. You, I mean, you could go for the straight line speed, and you're going to make up a lot of time in certain parts of the circuit. But there is, sector 1 and sector 3 are both quite technical. So do you sacrifice a little bit of cornering for that straight line speed, and try and stay in front of your competitors through 1 and 3? It's a tough one. We've got a very short runoff as well, by the way, to turn 1, and it's a left right turn 1 and 2 quite quickly into into the lap. So the start could be a bit chaotic. Yeah, I think that's the right idea, because it's difficult to overtake in sectors 1 and 3. Not impossible, if somebody makes a mistake or you leave too much room. But I think if you can get in front in sector 2 in those 2 straights, and then you've got the right hander and a bit more straight afterwards, I think that's going to be key. And if you can get in front there, I think could make a big difference overall. So as we can see, everyone's readying up 18 races tonight, and we're going to qualifying. Here we go. So as usual, it's an 18-minute qualifying session. You can make as many runs as your tyres will allow you to. There is a tendency for track limits coming into play here as well. So that could factor in during qualifying, but more during the race, really. We might see penalty points or time penalties being really crucial in terms of who finishes where. Everyone just picking their tyres. I would, as usual, go with 3 softs, 2 mediums, and a set of hards. Hi there, Connor. Hope you're well. Hope you're ready for a pole position tonight. The number 69 driver. Dry. It's dry. Okay, that's good news. Everyone will be evening Kovacs in the Williams tonight. Wish us luck, Babs. I think you're the last person that needs luck, to be honest, on this grid. So it looks like we might have... Yeah, Leg Schrader. No, he's coming out second, I think. Just sort my audios out. So we've got Nico at the front. We'll see if he stays out front. He's turned his... yeah, he's let Leg Schrader, so he's turned his IRS off. I think Leg Schrader's just done that as well. We've got McLaren out already, too. That's Mike. There's somebody down the road, and I can't tell who it is. Is that the AlphaTauri? Yeah, it is, but not that one. It's the other one. It's Latifi. There he is. Yeah, so we'll see what Latifi puts in first. Get those tyres nice and warm. This will be the first fast lap of the day, providing he doesn't invalidate. That will give him, of course, provisional pole for at least a few seconds. Trying to get the most out of his tyres. Of course, won't be AlphaTauri next season. Here we go, down the start finish straight. As you can see, as he goes over, as you can see, the start finish line. Not a long run up to turn one. You've got a left hand and then a quick switch to the right hander for turn two. And there's the first invalidation. There you go, straight away. It's well, we've got Connor coming over the start finish line, so this will be a good lap to get onto early. So let's try this again. So quick into turn two. Good traction coming out of turn two as well. Using all the track there. Go as wide as you can. Put as much speed into this as you can. And then get your foot down. Because you've got two extremely long straights coming up. And this is where Ice One was speaking earlier about the low downforce setup. You're going to make so much time. And with a little snap back there from Connor through the chicane. Now you've got the other straight here. More DRS. Yeah, flat through there. You just got to slow it down gradually, probably into about fifth. You can drop to fourth if you really need to. And then here comes the technical twisty sector 3. As Leg Schrader has gone into pole with a 1:29.8. $1:29.5 from Heller. And Connor's done a 1:25.1, so we've got quite a split of times as it is. The Donster, we see already track limits coming into play. Let's get on with Kovac, who's about to finish his lap. It's in a 1:29.8, a very similar time to Leg Schrader. Munner's put in a 1:29.6. It's Craig DeResta. Let's see what he's going to put in. Mr. Game Over himself. Nicely using all of the track there. Of course, in the Ferrari, big news from Ferrari this week that Lewis Hamilton will be driving in for them from the 2025 season. You see Craig Lair drops into fourth just to make sure. I have seen various drivers do that. I'll try and keep him fifth myself. And that's a 1:28.7 there from JTK, smashing the fastest lap time. Yeah, we've got Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari from 2025. That's going to be interesting. You can see a lot of driver moves in the next season. That's a 1:31.6 from Craig, not the greatest lap. If the Donster is he going to push this lap? Is he going for a push lap? I think he is. Oh no, he's just finished. So 1:29.5, right next to his teammate. Let's go with let's have a look at Husky, who's on his out lap. He's just coming up to sector 3. This will be an important time in the Kick Alfa Romeo. I think we'll just stick with Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo, etc. The Crypto.com Ferrari. Yo, Big X, my main man. Hope you're well. Looking Husky now. About to start his first fast lap of the session. Yeah, nicely cut there. Turn 1, giving him the best angle to get through turn 2. Not sure if that counts as turn 3 there in the middle. There's a slight kink. Maybe. And that's a purple sector 1 that's just been beaten, I believe, by whoever's behind him. Probably Leg Schrader. It could be Nico. No, Nico's on an outlap. Leg Schrader's on an outlap as well, accordingly. Yep. Not sure. It went purple and then didn't, so it went off straight away. Let's see what his sector 2 time's like. About 50. 49.5. Currently fastest on track. Trying to keep it in 5th. Yeah, nice. My pole accusations. Oh, I wouldn't say they're accusations. Oh, 1:29.1, just in front of Connor. And we've got both Alfa Romeos on the front row of the grid as it stands. I don't know where Mike is. That's not part of the track. Ah, I see what he's done there. He's took the run off just to get out of the way. But Leg Schrader's on a fast lap. Let's see what he could do. 16 seconds into his fast lap. I'm sure he'll be hoping to get his top 4 here. Almost a 10th down. Well, you've got to pull out 4 tenths here, Connor, if you at least 4 tenths if you want to get pole position. That's a nice cut, that. I don't think you can cut any more than what Leg Schrader's cut there. Yeah, it's not happening. No, you're not feeling it. Not today. 4 tenths, no. You say that every week, and then, you know. Ooh, it's a big wobble there. You're gonna go straight in the pits? Yeah. I thought so. A lot of people still not put a lap in. Mike's going around in. I think he might still have his pit limiter on. It's not France every week. I wish it was France every week. It's a lovely track. Near Marseille, I believe. So you see a lot of people invalidating as it stands. Let's get on with the MB Super Skills on an outlap. Oh, whereabouts on it? Oh, he's quite early on in his outlap. Hella pitting in. The Donster's on an outlap. We'll go with the Donster then. It's see a lot of people not being able to put times in right now, which is fairly surprising. The Donster will be looking to get at least top 4 here, I would suspect. And maybe get himself a little cushion. As Kovacs is on a fast lap 2 in the Williams, just behind the Donster, so we'll see his time as well. Okay, 600ths up now, the Donster through sector 1. That was a good first sector for him. What's he able to do? As it stands, he would be in 4th. Or 5th, sorry. Connor's coming back out. 2 tenths up now. The Donster, this has been a great lap. There you see purple sector 2. Phenomenal effort from the assistant to the regional manager. Here we go, down the start finish straight. What's he going to do? 129.15. That is 1,000th quicker than Connor. Pushing Connor down to 5th place. Mike's just put in a 129.2. A great lap there, by the way. Yeah, that's pretty good, Kovacs. That's very, in fact, very good. Probably got time for one more lap as well. Let's see, Latifi's out. Let's see what he gets. Another invalidation. We'll get on with Remy. These guys need to... Oh, there's another invalidation. These guys just need to get a lap in. Connor's on his fast lap, so we'll go back to him and see what he can do. So he's just round turn 2. There's the little kink there. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if that's technically turn 3. You know, Austria going up the hill, it's not even a bend in the road, really. Oh, already 1.5 tenths up. This could be a big time here for Connor. That is a definite purple sector 1. Excuse me. Different line through there, as you saw, than what we saw from the Donster. Now 3 tenths up. Connor putting in the big time. Keeps it in 5th, straight up to 6th gear. Back down to 4th. This windy technical 3rd sector. You know, is over 3 tenths up. Can he get that extra 10th? Decent traction out of the last corner. It's going to be enough. It's a 128.6 provisional pole for Connor, and I think that's going to be about all the time he's going to have. I saw you revving your engine there with a little celebratory rev of the engine, as we see Remy coming over the line just to put a lap in here. It's not going to be the greatest lap we've seen, a 133.1, but at least he's got a lap in. Latifi has got to get a lap in now. He's got to sort it out and cut these mistakes out. We'll stick with him until Kovacs has come back out. Husky's come out. I think JTK's going to leave it as late as he possibly can. Get as much rubber down on the track as he can. I'm sorry if I sound a bit nasally today. I'm still suffering with a cold. Thank you, DX. Thank you. I did escaped my mind, of course. I appreciate the heads up there. So, yeah, JTK's not coming out yet. I think these guys are just playing the long game, aren't they? They're just, I want to be the last over the line. We've seen how that goes in real life. That can come back and bite you in the backside. Have you got time for another one, Connor? That's the question. JTK is out. Connor's still in the pits. I don't think he's got enough time. 1:30 to go. I think. Yeah, no, that's it. No, that's fair. No, I don't think you got time anyway. It would have just been a waste of tyres. So. Yes, and it's going to be dry, and you never know with a safety car or. I know you like their medium soft strategy as well. So, yeah, save a set for the race. So Kovac is the first one over the line. Okay, now you get to bite your nails for the next 2 minutes. Ooh, he took everything out of that corner there. Oh, and he spun. He spun. That's qualifying over. That's he will not be improving his time. Husky's already a 10th down. Wow, that is so unlucky from Kovac there. Let's see what Husky's going to. Ooh. No, that's lap over for Husky. It's all going to come down with, look at that, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5. It's going to be JTK. It's going to be the one. This is the ultimate high pressure lap. And Latifi has managed to get a time in a 1:30 dead. She's putting a good time there. So we've got a purple sector 1. Connor bited his nails. See a lot of people pitting in. Getting a bit overcast. Will that slight weather change, slight temperature change affect things? Not for JTK so far. Yeah, I agree. I think as long as he doesn't... Oh, took that really, really wide. I think as long as he doesn't mess this up, he's going to get pole position here. Munner's managed to get on the second row of the grid with a late lap there as well. Mike went for a spin, I believe that's Mike, on the last corner. Luckily, didn't affect anything. And it's a 1:28.616. Just 400ths. Apologies. Nothing in it there. So yeah, it's not too bad, Connor. You're on the front row of the grid. Very, very close qualifying times. But still only one pole position this season, which I'm quite surprised about. Obviously, you're a Sunday driver, even though it's a Tuesday. But you get what I mean. But yeah, JTK showing the pace. As we can see, the front row, JTK and Connor. Munn in the AlphaTauri, slapping it in third position, just in front of Husky. Kovac's unlucky there on his last lap with a spin. He went for it all, and it didn't quite pay off. But fifth position, I'm sure he won't be too disappointed with that. Then we've got the Donster beside him in sixth. Row 4, we've got Mike with the spin at the end, and Nico, our resident German in the Aston Martin. Hella and Leg Schrader, 9th to 10th. Leg Schrader down in 10th in the Aston Martin. Not great for the team. Latifi in 11th next to Ice One. Then we've got Armin and Teddy, followed by Dig X, Craig DeResta, Super Skills, and at the back of the grid we've got Remy. So here we go, it's La France. Let's see how we get on. As my cat's come to join me as per usual for commentary. Come to watch the Formula One with me. He says he hopes Connor spins on T1 and makes it an interesting race. There we go. It's very harsh of you there, Mr. Tails. Good boy. Everyone just sorting their fuel levels and and the race strategy. I don't think we're going to have a outlap or warm-up lap, a formation lap. Straight into the race. Lights are out. Here we go. Connor with the great run down into turn 1. He's managed to get through. He has got the outside line though. He's managed to hold it. Managed to hold it in first, but look, you see people running well wide through turn 2. Nico has been disqualified already for being parked in a dangerous location. Already 3 seconds for Ice One there. We've got green flags. We're okay. Let's just quickly have a look at the tyres. So mostly mediums. Got Armin on the hard tyres, and just 3 soft runners, which is Leg Schrader, Teddy, and DX. So very similar strategies. As Connor made a really good start there, he got away very, very quickly. These top 3, nothing between them. Well, nothing between the top 8. These 4. Oh, and Connor's ran wide. Connor is off. He's ran wide. He's coming back on. No damage as I can see. Down in 12th position now. Wow, my cat was right. That's an absolute gift for JTK. And Connor is staying out, as I thought. No damage. Craig's getting past Teddy there for 13th position. Well, that's put the cat amongst the pigeons here. Connor in 12th position. Leg trade up to 8th. Latifi, what a start, by the way. 4th position. And we've got a top 4 of Alfa Romeo AlphaTauri. And we're going wheel to wheel. One going through on JTK for the lead of the race. What a start this has been. Incredible stuff. Excuse me, just a little cough. You see JTK's right on the back of Money. He's got to be a bit careful. He's going to have to be confident of Mun's braking. Hella goes through on Kovac. 5th and 6th now for the Mercedes. So we've got the top 6 occupied by just 3 teams. We've got DXR and we've got a virtual. Is it going to be a full? Are we going to get a full, or are we just going to get a virtual? As Remy's basically come to a stop at the back there. Kovac has pitted in. It's only a VSC, not a full safety car. There is an advantage still in pitting, just not as much as it'd be if it was a full safety car. I'm in there with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. That's very naughty. Just clean my glasses. Oh, what happened there? It just came, you know, we just saw the DNF. Do you have contact with someone there? Is that what happened? You know, VSC still out. DRS enabled. Just a big snap of oversteer. Yeah. I guess you're trying to correct it, you overcorrect it, and then yeah. There are, although there's a lot of runoff. Oh, I love that camera angle. There's a lot of runoff here, but there still are places you can, you know, you get that oversteer, and you're out of control at a high speed. You're going into a wall. So yeah, that's. I feel a bit bad for you there. But now you get to enjoy the race. No pressure, no. You know, just sit back and enjoy this great race so far. So we've got DRS. This will be DRS Open, I believe. Yep. I don't think this is the zone to overtake. I think you leave it until the long straight. You see everybody. There's a huge DRS train at the minute, all the way down to Mike. Connor, 2.8 behind Mike. He's gonna have to get his foot down, get into that DRS train. As Mike's just actually dropped out and then come back in the DRS. This should be an easy pass, by the way. From JTK with a long DRS zone. The problem is for Mun. And when you're first and everyone else has got DRS behind you, it can end up being very difficult for you. There's Leg Schrader having a look on Heller. I don't think he's going to make the pass. He's staying on the inside. He's got those soft tyres. He's got to get a move on. Just 2/10 behind. If you can get a good exit out of the hairpin here. Can I turn on the IRS details? I certainly can if that's what you would like. The telemetry. I don't normally have it on because it's takes a lot of space. But if you want it on, then we could put it on. No problem. Side by side. Leg has gone through there on Heller, but that has cost both of them quite a bit of time. Go back up to the front and we'll get on board with money here. You see he's got lots of ERS. But again, should be quite an easy pass. Oh no, not quite. We've got these two. Oh, whoa. We've got Leg Schrader off. I don't know what's happened there, but the not good news for the Astons. He's about to get took by Mike. Yeah, Mike's gone through. We missed a pass at the front. Oh, they're side by side, and yeah, Mun's just gone through. JTK's got the inside. There's a lot of light touches going in here, or it seems like. I'm gonna pour myself a drink quickly. We'll stay with the front pack while I do. So yeah, JTK back through into first position. It looks like these two are going to be switching positions quite a lot. I wouldn't count those behind out yet. Husky is right on the back. And then we have Latifi, she's just 8/10 back, still in the IRS range. There's Munn going through. Husky's having a look, he's not quite close enough, and there's no point dive bombing your teammate. Mike's gone through on Hella there in the background. Remy's retired from the session, but he's retired in the pits. Always have to appreciate that rather than doing that on the track or just binning it into a wall, because we don't want unnecessary safety cars. And Latifi, yeah, she's caught up a little bit here. Just half a second now. It was 8/9 before. And then you've got the Donster right on the back as well. Connor in 9th position at the minute. Well, 8th now. He's just took leg Schrader on the back and forth. Have a look. Yeah, they're side by side. It looks like Connor's got a better run out. So he's going to be right behind Hella. We missed another move at the front, but don't worry about that. There's going to be plenty more of those. So yeah, pretty good comeback from Connor. It's still early on, but he needs to start making those positions up. He's front 3, 4 now. Really close. Nothing in it. The disadvantage will be with JTK. If we get on with him, you can see Latifi has got less. She's having to use all of her IRS there. She's so close as Munn went through. The reason I'm following second position is so we get a better angle. If they overtake, we'll see it, but then we can see slightly behind as well. JTK just having to defend that position from his teammate. As Connor's gone through on Mike for 7th position, and they're switching again. Be careful, Mike has got that. He's got that dog in him. He will defend the line. As we come through to start lap 8. What an incident-filled race so far. No safety car though, as we see JTK going through, using the DRS. Not necessarily, I'm not sure. I don't think that's the DRS zone to pass. I think you wait until the second DRS zone. I don't know about everyone else. That's just my opinion. As you see, this top 5 now have pulled quite a gap, 4.3 from the Donster to Hella. Hella seems to be holding people up behind him. That's 3 seconds for Teddy. As you can see, Munn has gone through. Oh, Hella's just dropped down 2 positions. Both Connor and Mike have gone through. Connor and Mike battling again. This could end up in tears. 3 wide. Mike's backed out. Quite intelligently there, to be fair. And Connor, he's going to have to try and get past as quickly as possible as Leg Schrader's gone through into 8th position. Mike losing out big time there. I think he did the right thing though, in backing out, rather than just stay there and there'll be an issue. We've got something going on in sector 3. Nothing that I could particularly see though. Oh, it was Latifi. Must have been. They've had an incident there. They've dropped back into 5th position. So it's down to 4 now at the front. See Munn waiting for this particular DRS zone. As I said, for me personally, that's the correct time to pass. That's 3 seconds for Armin for a total of 8. caution. Connor going through on Hella. He's getting there. Armin's left a session. Not in the pits though, I don't think. No. That might be a safety car. It doesn't look like it so far, but we'll see. Look at these guys side by side. It's such a close run race between all of these four. Latifi as well, up until that incident in Sector 3. And we'll go down to the Donster. No, actually, we'll go down to Husky and then watch. There you go, you can see JTK going through. This is probably the perfect angle to see these two battling. And you'll get to see what he sees just a little bit higher up. Although he's probably got this camera angle on roughly. You can see Munn. Quite an easy run down here. Which is why I mentioned I don't know if JTK should wait and try and get him on that first long straight with the DRS. It's a real ding-dong battle though, and switching places again. One just pushing it. Oh, and a bit of a touch there, do you see that? And another one. One ceding the position. Yeah, nothing dirty or anything. Just just one of those. When you're battling for first place, you don't want to give the line up. You see Connor in 5th, 4.7 behind. Now his chase is on. Just look back, yeah, we see the Donster just behind. Unfortunately for him, Husky does have the DRS, so it's going to make it difficult. Mike with 3 seconds for multiple warnings. One through on JTK again. It's allowed Husky to get really close this time. But both Husky and Donster are in quite awkward positions. You don't want to be 3rd or lower in a DRS train. It's not what you want. As Munn goes through, Connor's 5.1 behind. Did I say 4.7 before? So these guys are, they're dragging each other along quite nicely, keeping a nice gap to 5th. And we've got caution sector 3. It's Mike, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be Mike spinning. I think he's still moving though, so no safety car. We're good. JTK goes through again. I still think, I've commentated on a lot of races at every track on the game. And I think that's a mistake. I think that's a tactical error. And, yeah, well, the Donster, as you can see, is off the track. And then there were 3. Well, I guess we see now, out of these 3, who's gonna be able to take the win. I wouldn't rule Connor out. I wouldn't rule Latifi out either. And if the Donster can make a comeback, that 5 point. Look at the gap though. It just keeps going and going. Mike's retired. It looks like he's had a bit of a tussle with a wall and lost. Still no safety car though. As we have Craig DeResta, by the way, up into 10th position. Points for him at the minute. I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that, and the Ferrari team will be delighted. So Munn currently in first. Munn and JTK have both shown probably the best pace. As you see there, Husky went into the pits, but temporarily was in first position. I told you, you go into the pits and you go straight right. It like cuts a lot of, because of the hairpin at the end, it cuts that out. 5 seconds for Heller for speeding in the pit lane. So Husky's the first to come in. Let's see what he's going to put on. He's putting the hard tyres on. He's going to do 14 on the hards. I imagine a couple of these guys are thinking maybe, if I can stretch these mediums out a little bit longer, maybe I can just, I can. Oh, look at that pass! So easy. Maybe if I can stretch them out and get a stint on the softs. Not sure. So Husky has dropped down to 7th, but those new hards, as soon as they're warmed up, obviously will be a lot quicker than old medium tyres. New set of tyres on this game are just almost infinitely quicker. Regardless, like new hards will be better than even semi-used mediums. So, into the pit comes Munn. We'll stick on this camera and we'll see what tyres he's going to put on. Is he going to go with the hards? He's got 13 laps, so he's got less than half the race. There we go. They're putting on the hard tyres. Okay. So, our current race leader, JTK, yet to pit. 6.5 seconds in front of Connor, yet to pit. Husky has managed to come out in front of Munn there. The undercut working, as always, very well on the game. Not by a lot though. He's 3-4 tenths in front, no more. But his tyres will be warm, so he could definitely pull out a bit of a gap. As we've got Craig DeResta in the pits, so we're going to see if JTK is going to come in this lap. End of lap 14. So is it enough to? Can the softs last that long? I think Connor in his position is just going to go for the softs. By the way, I see that. I see that strategy. So he's going again. He's going again, JTK. So yeah, I think JTK is going to go for the softs. Connor's in the pits, or is he? No, he's had a. No, Latifi's come in the pits. Okay. So they've gone into the pits because of the. I fooled myself with the little corner cut on the pit entry. So let's see what Latifi puts on here. Hard tyres as well. So Husky's going to be, isn't that 14 seconds down? Oh, 3 seconds for Connor. Oh, that's not good. The Husky less than 14. He's gonna make a lot of time, by the way. Those mediums are going to be well worn down. What sort of lead will he have when JTK comes in? Of course, you can't count Munn out either. He's going to come through here really quickly with the DRS. This is, as it stands, these two are going to be first and second. It is a fast pit stop, but it's not 13 seconds fast. If JTK can hold out and put the softs on, will he be able to make the time back? That's the question. He's gone again. Connor's gone again. Those two are definitely going to go on the softs. At any point now, I would expect them to come in on the softs. And they're going to go for the pure pace at the end and see if they can get through like that. But this is what is currently net P1 and P2. As Munner's put in a 1:32.9, fastest lap of the race. And Husky's still only 2/10 behind. We're just waiting now, by the way. We're waiting on with bated breath on those pit stops at the front. I don't think Connor's in this race, by the way. I think it's between these two and JTK. Heller with a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. That's 8 total. That's going to drop him quite far back. And, you can see it's just the top two now that haven't made a pit stop. Surely they've got to go soft. They have to go soft tyres. They've got, what would be the point of doing 16 full laps on the mediums to go onto hard tyres? There we go. He's coming in. So he's got an 18-second lead here. I don't think it's going to be enough. Connor's coming as well. So yeah, there goes on the soft tyres. I assume Connor's done the same. Yep. JTK's going to come out in 3rd position, as I mentioned, yeah. Leg Schrader through on Connor as well. That is for track position. Connor dropped back down to 7th position. Latifi's got themselves back into 5th. Done well there. So the big question now is how fast JTK can close these guys down. There's Craig DeResta with a 3-second penalty, and can these two kind of tow each other along? We've got 4.1 seconds as it stands. Well, 4 seconds even. Oh, look at that, down to 3.7. Those softs, they're just on it straight away, as it looks like to me. And will the softs last until the end of the race is the other question. Ice one with 3 seconds for a total of 6. Heller going through on Latifi. 2.8 now. JTK is closing in. Let's get on board and see how quick JTK can cut this gap down. He's got them in the sights. It's a shame it's not Mario Kart. Husky can throw a banana down and then send JTK spinning. Well, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Connor goes through on Heller. Already had position because of the penalties. Look at this, down to 2 seconds. Purple sector 1. Those soft tyres are working a treat. Very, very nice IRS as well. He's not having to use it either. You can just go along and save up as much as you can. You have to imagine now that with the gap at 1.3 seconds, the only thing stopping JTK is JTK. Would be a mistake or an incident. He's set up not great around the corners in this technical section, but then look at that, out of nowhere down to a second. He's pulled out over a second this lap. He's going to be in DRS range on the start finish straight. and I imagine it's only going to be a matter of time before he passes here. Not sure whether he'll do it right now. So that 1:31.6 from the Alfa Romeo of JTK. Connor with a 1:31.5.9, but still fastest lap of the day. Could be a hugely important extra point if he can get it. Look how close. Now, is Husky going to let him through? They are teammates. Will he get the team orders? I don't think he's going to have much of a choice, to be honest. Yeah, that's an easy pass. And he's going to make the pass into first position. A double overtake there. And if he wants to help his teammate out, he's got to get away from Munn as quickly as possible. Munn has shown great pace, by the way. He's still showing it on these hard tyres. You see this side by side. I just think those softs are going to be too strong. He has got a bit of an IRS advantage, but not a lot though. Hella going through in Latifi. We've got caution, sector 3. I think that might be Latifi. Still going though, still going. Look at that. 0.6 now. And that was with DRS, could barely keep up. Husky's dropped down to 7/10 behind Munn as well. Munn's really putting his foot down. Just really trying to gap Husky. But it's over a second. They've gone through the DRS line. Yeah, no DRS for Munn. Advantage Husky. He's going to get closer. He might not pass right now, but that's not going to matter because he's going to get close enough to where there's plenty of laps left. Yeah, just for 5/10 in it between the two. JTK has just pulled out a huge gap now, 1.7 seconds, and I imagine it's only going to get bigger as these two battle. Now Husky, he is within DRS range, but I think he should use that to his advantage and try and save some ERS if he can stay within range, and then have the advantage of ERS when he tries to pass. We'll see though. As it stands, Leg Schrader is in front of Connor, by the way, by half a second. Because of time penalties. Yeah, don't get over eager. Just there's a penalty, 3 seconds for Kovac. What a great qualifying. Not the best race he's ever had, but he's still there in currently P11 because of time penalties. That's it. No overtake. The only person you're going to hinder with it using overtake is yourself. The race, unless something drastic happens, is over. In terms of the gap between first and second, 3 seconds now. It's another over a second been pulled out. These two battling have really helped JTK get away. But Husky's definitely got second place to play for, and of course if JTK does make a mistake, then he could be fighting for first. So we've got, yeah, he had a great race, his leg. He could get P4. He just needs to get a little bit closer to Connor. He can get P4 because Connor's got 3 seconds of penalties. So it'll be interesting if he can get close enough. He's got to get a second as it stands, or Connor to have a little wobble. It's been a good showing. He didn't have the greatest qualifying session, but he's gone about his business in the race and done really well. So he's got 30%. Mun's been doing the same. He's just been keeping. Connor does have an extra point for the fast lap as it stands, I believe. Yeah, I mean, all he needs to do really is just maximise the points. Even if Connor manages to get in front in the constructors as it stands, he is at a disadvantage in that his teammates part-time. So Leg's he's doing the hard work for the team today. But those Alfa Romeos, I'm telling you, they're going to get first and third at least here. You would imagine. Could be a 1-2, and that would certainly close the gap for them in the Constructors' Championship as well. Yeah, they've been on it with the pace. I've not been really surprised. Here we go. He's making the pass. He's gone through now, Husky. Yeah, I think they're going to be your main competition for the constructors' title. Just because Connor's teammate's not always here, so it's difficult for him. It's going to be difficult for him to stick with you guys in the constructors. I think it's these guys in the Alfa Romeos. I think it's between you and the Aston and these Alfa Romeos. And if these could, I think they're 48 points behind. But if they could pick up 42 points today, of course, your man Leg Schrader, Lelert's going to pick up some points, but it's going to close the gap quite significantly. We are on lap 24 of 27. Just the 4 laps to go. This is the main battle on the track. Is for second position. Look at that 6 seconds gap now between JTK and Husky. We've got 4 more races after this. There's 4 races. This is round 10. And I think it's a 14 race season. I'll tell you what they are if you like. The last 4 races are Monza, Singapore, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. Not looking forward to Singapore, I'm not going to lie. From a spectator's point, I love the track, but just watching it it can be a bit dull because there's not a lot of overtaking. I think you're currently the favourites in the Aston Martins. You've been up there all season. As it stands right now, you're in first position. Obviously, as this race ends, maybe Connor overtakes you in the constructors, but again, I wouldn't have him as favourite in the constructors. So I'd still have you as favourites, but I would be not worried, but I would keep an eye out for these Alfa Romeos. They're looking pretty good. These last few weeks, they've really stepped it up. I mean, Husky, I think he's third or fourth in the championship. I think you're second, ZX, behind Connor. And I think Husky's, I think he's either third or fourth. And he's just gone along and he's just having a really good season. As he looks like he's gone through into second place. That DRS straight on the last lap is going to be huge for both of these guys. I'll tell you a little. I see the Donster going through on his teammate Hella there. I'll tell you a little sneaky thing about here that I've done a couple of times during races and got away with it. If I've had enough warnings in hand, so I've gone the whole race, I've only had one warning or no warnings. On the last lap, on the last corner, if I'm almost side by side with someone, I'll cut that last corner and take the warning. Take the warning. You don't do it so you get a corner cut. Just do it so you get a warning, and then and finish in front. As one goes through again on Husky. Connor's right in there now. He's caught up. Those softs have been doing well for him. I don't think he's going to have enough laps left. Just 2 laps to pull out a 3-second gap. So it's going to be fourth for Connor. As the Donster and Hella both having a good battle there. So these two are still going to be battling for second and third, the podium places. Let's go on with Connor just to see. We can see again, like before, just behind the actual battle. If Connor does get in front of one of these, or if he gets in front of both of them, alright, he's not going to finish in front of them because of the penalties, but it's going to make the overtake so much more difficult for both of the guys, both Mun and Husky. That's 3 seconds for the Donster. I did mention the track limits around here, and look at all those penalties. Yeah, Connor could play spoiler here. He's got to get past at least one of them though. Will his tyres still be strong enough? Looks like they will be, as JTK, the gap he's pulled out. But you have to imagine that part of that gap that JTK's pulled out is because of these two battling. Ooh, a little snap there from Connor. That's going to cost him a bit of time. It is the final lap of the race. Is Husky going to get through? He's looking, he's trying to go on the outside. Giving himself the inside for the second corner, but no. He's not quite gone through. He's flashing, he's got no IRS. No overtake. Connor's got no overtake. He's absolutely rinsed it. Is Mun going to hold on? Get that second position. JTK is going to be coming over the line in first. There's no doubt about that. He's just got to keep that pointed in the right direction. As he's about to come around the final corner. Here we go. Is he going to have a look down the inside? Is he going to try it? He's not going to try it. He's not bothered. He'd rather take the third. So JTK wins with Mun in second, Husky in third, Connor in fourth, Leg Schrader. Solid performance from Leg there after not a great qualifying session to get it into 5th position. Hella's going to finish 6th, but he's going to drop down to 7th because of the Donster. Might even drop down behind Latifi. Not sure. Not quite. And there we go. We've got the final positions. We've got Ice One and then Kovac. Currently, Kovac is in. Ice One's all over the place. Oh no, Kovac is he's a bit too far in front. Here comes Ice One. Big finish for him there, ninth place. That's nice. Kovac, you had a better qualifying. Oh, he's seeing it over the line, look. Nice. And that's the points. That's all the points positions. Let's get on with JTK. Let's see him have his little celebratory finish. As Teddy comes through in 12th position and Craig DeResta, the last of the finishers, in 13th. And that was a really, really interesting, really fun French Grand Prix there. Driver of the day, Leg Schrader. Can't argue with that. That was a really nice drive. Excuse me, to get 5th position. There we go. 2 Alfa Romeos on the podium. Probably good for the Aston Martin team that it was 1st and 3rd rather than 1st and 2nd. But JTK, he got the strategy right. He stayed out as long as he possibly could on those mediums. Put the softs on and just he blew the opposition away. A great race though. And congratulations to those top 3. JTK, Munn with a really good 2nd position. JTK, by the way, doing the double of pole position and the race win. Husky making 1 position up to get on the podium. Connor getting the extra point, so 13 points for Connor rather than 12. Really impressive from Leg Schrader, from 10th up into 5th. 10 hugely important points for the Aston Martin. Both Mercedes there, 6th and 7th. Not unusual to see them close together. They are very, very well matched as a team. As you see, Kovac started in 5th. He had to have 3 stops. He took that 1 stop early under the virtual. Couldn't quite bring it back. We still got the point in the end, though. And that's race over. So, in what I said would be a pivotal week in terms of both the constructors and the drivers' championships, looks like it has turned out to be so, and it looks like the Alfa Romeos are really making a push for this constructors' title. I'm wondering, can they keep this momentum up for the rest of the season? Next week we've got basically what's as close to being a straight line as possible, and Monza, no downforce, just all straight line speed. So we can look forward to that. Always a good watch is Monza. Before I sign off, I'd just like to thank, as always, Hella High for the opportunity to commentate on the league. It's always a pleasure, except for at Singapore. But yeah, but it is always a pleasure. Love seeing these people, these guys and girls, race. And I hope you have a great evening, everyone. And of course, we'll see you next week.